Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Market Insights with Selinix, and welcome to this new video with a new episode of the series I'm doing almost every week, because I think I forgot last week, so I'm very sorry for that. Although I'm not certain, but okay, we're going to do the stocks watch list, right? So we're talking about some stock opportunities, trade opportunities, investment opportunities. Look, that's up to you. In the end, this is not financial advice. It's my personal thoughts on some stocks that I think look good for a further continuation to the upside. I personally never buy put options. I never short any stock. That's just not how I trade. And you know, in a market as big as the financial market we have right now, there's always opportunities to buy something. You just have to find it. All right. So in this video, I'm going to try to keep it short and concise. Although there are some things that we really need to talk about for some time to to get a sense of what the different scenarios are and what the different opportunities are. I guess the better word is. So we'll talk about that. There's three specific stocks that I wanted to talk about. In general, here at the start, I wanted to talk briefly about the US government shutdown. I've done quite extensive research on government shutdowns in the past and what they've meant for financial markets. And there's no uniform reaction, all right? So I don't think that we need to be too worried. Very often we saw some de-risking or at least bearish pressure going into shutdowns. We have rarely seen bearish pressure during shutdowns. It's actually not really bearish for financial markets, it seems, right? But this time could be different. But there's at least no statistical evidence, in my opinion, for us to be bearish here or for us not to trade. So, first opportunity we'll talk about. NVDA, the king, all right? But the key reason why I'm picking NVDA is because, well, we are breaking out, right? And it's an amazing company. I'm not saying anything new with that, but as you can see right here, we've basically been stuck at this resistance level around $185. That is the key area, and in my opinion, this is not a sufficient break yet, right? So this is definitely not a call buy NVIDIA right now. Although long term, I still think NVIDIA is going to be great. I don't think we have reached that point of time yet where people get complacent. I still think it's going to rally higher, but short term, I would still wait for some more confirmation. But you can see that we've had some beautiful or some good news for NVIDIA in September. And right now, technically, the price is catching up. We're trying to break above 185. If we're able to do so, I think NVIDIA is ready for another leg up. And the invalidation for me would be this level at 177. That's a previous month point of control. On the higher time frames, even if we break out, we can spike down into that level. As long as we get a good reaction there, or as long as we don't break down below that, I would say my idea is still valid, and we're probably heading for 195. I still remember that was my next target after 185, and that's a move of about 5.5%. But in terms of risk reward, that's pretty okay. It could be better, but it's okay. And NVIDIA is also a great stock to trade and hold. Now, quick update on Exelixis. I think Exelixis. Yeah, that's the name. I covered this last week. No, 2 weeks ago, that was. I covered this 2 weeks ago. There I said, all right, if we're able to hold $40, I think this is a good buy. We were not able to hold that, but right now you can see we've actually been able to break above that. We tested the 7-day rolling VWAP, and right now it looks good. You can see on the daily time frame we've been able to break above $40. In my opinion, this is a buy. I think we are going for $44, which is not a massive increase. But to me, it looks like a good trade, especially if I can get an entry around $40, where we have the previous month point of control. It's a very respected support level. It's a psychological support level. I think that's actually pretty good risk reward. I mean, from there, the potential risk is about 4%, and the potential reward is about 10%, which is a risk reward of 2.5. Looks great, but it's already a buy in my book at this point of time. It's Exelixis. So this is a healthcare company, which is a little bit tricky, but it's they have good financials, and they also I think are pretty close to launching a new product, which is also good because a lot of their revenue comes from one product. So it's good if they actually get a successful launch of a product, which also means it's risky, right? Because if anything goes wrong, a lot of volatility is possible, as you can also see with the price action. Last one, potentially a fan favorite. I made a video on this yesterday, right? MicroStrategy. So if you're not into crypto, forget about this. The video is done. That was it. But if you are into crypto, we've had a lot of strength for especially Bitcoin in the last couple of days, and there's reasons to believe that that will continue. Now, MicroStrategy over the course of the summer has underperformed, or at least August into September, now into October, has underperformed Bitcoin slightly, all right? Bitcoin was very bullish. MicroStrategy, or strategy I should say, did not react. And right now what you can see, if you take a look at the volume, you can see we got a very strong support level right here at $300. Got a very good reaction to this. I'm bullish on my own strategy here. I think we can at least rally into 330, 350. 330 we have already reached. But 350, and if Bitcoin is able to if Bitcoin is able to continue the strength, I think we can easily go for 375 as well. So there's a lot of potential here. Obviously, this is more volatile, so we're talking about higher percentage gains and higher percentage losses. The ideal entry in my eyes would still be an entry around $315. Even though that seems unlikely, but definitely an interesting one and definitely a buy in my book as well. This is something I'll keep you updated on. All right, but that's my stock watch list for right now. So hopefully it helps. The video is a little bit longer than I wanted to, but there was a lot to talk about. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully it's valuable for all of you. I will, by the way, update you on these picks when it's necessary, right? So for example, when I called Alibaba back in August, I also kept you updated on that. This is now up 37% after the first time we covered it. So great, but that's it for now. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of your week, and bye.